This is a disclaimer. I do not own anything. Everything belongs to its appropriate creators and/or copyright owners. This video is meant for entertainment and/or educational purposes. Please viewer discretion be advised.
You guys aren't cute! I still have more friends than you!
So, could Boscha have been redeemed? Let's find out right here. Hello everybody, it's me Jeremy Senpai, and the Owl House hype is at its highest right now, because in January we will be getting our second special of the Owl House Season 3, so I figured that I would try to keep the Owl House hype up here on my channel by talking about a few theory videos, what if videos, and one of them is actually about our resident three-eyed bully and rugby player, Boscha. You either love her, or you hate her, or you can't stand her. Boscha was basically your schoolyard bully from Hexside all throughout the Owl House. It was basically her life's mission to look down on anyone that she didn't agree with. But the real question I have for you is, could she have been redeemed? All throughout Season 1, it seemed like Boscha had this presence about her that demanded attention. This girl got away with almost everything, and they even implied that if she wanted to, she could get away with murder if she wanted to. And as you can see right here, this is the very last time we ever see Boscha. And it's not even a speaking role. Basically, in the episode Labyrinth Runners, we see Boscha, and then we never see her again. She basically disappears after this. And to prove my point even further, see, right here, we see the little group hiding out in the healing class. We have Hunter, Principal Bump, we have Viney, Scara, Amy, Willow, the twins, along with a few others, but we don't see Boscha literally anywhere. And one more piece of evidence for this. Finally, we see Principal Bump along with all the students ready to fight against the Coven, but again, Boscha isn't among them. And that's actually pretty sad when you really think about it. She would have been like this total boss character if she joined in the fight, but sadly it looks like she just ran away without even a whimper to speak for her name. It's kind of sad when you really think about it, that a prominent character that we've had literally since Season 1 who has such a demanding presence is, well, pretty much gone. And, I mean, maybe we'll see glimpses of her in the last two specials, but they're probably not going to build on her. And yet, have a look at who we have here. We have Amity, Willow, Bartholomew, Scara, Viney, Jerbo, Edric and Emerald, Hunter, and Barkus. All characters, some remain, some are more reoccurring, but again, Boscha isn't among them at all.
You are talented. You are a star. You may be hated, so long as you are feared. Most important of all, you are a winner.
So you saw it right here, didn't you? Boscha is the grudge-bee captain of the team. She basically has to live up to this whole jock persona. She even says it outright, that people hate her, they may even fear her, and she pretty much gets off on that. She enjoys it. That's literally all she has to look forward to in her life. That's her whole identity. And if anybody threatened that, like, say, Willow did...
Oh, Hexside! Your star has arrived! Groveling line starts here. Something's not right. Nobody's here!
No way! Do me next, do me! Welcome to the world, little buddy. You're the coolest, Willow.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, Willow rules!
Wow, she has to make friends out of plants. How sad. Oh, please. You know, I used to be like you, Boscha. Obsessed with status, challenging my competition, but I grew up. When will you? Oh, this is not gonna fly.
And you saw it there first. Basha has an ego about her, and she can't stand it. Especially since we all know that she would bully poor little Willow, calling her half a witch, and then getting told off by Amity. That has to be like a major punch to her very, very fragile ego. I mean, she's a winner. She's basically the equivalent of the high school quarterback whose whole life is football, no college, no life outside of high school. For her, this is pretty much all she has, and it's possible she knows it. She knows that life after school, after Hexside, is probably downhill for her, and she wants to hold on to that. She wants to hold on to that little escapism as long as she can. So yeah. So it's kind of sad when you really think about it, because we all had somebody like Boscha in our lives. I had somebody like her in my life, and all I can really tell you is life was not that kind to them. I mean, Karma is a witch in this case.
Chose. Aw, Willow thinks she's popular now. How cute.
Hey, I agree. My friend is very cute. But give that back!
It's
She
weird
is.
that Amity hangs out with you now. Ever since Grom, she's gone soft. But don't worry, I'm still here to show you who's boss.
Here, Willow.
Oh, the friends want to get in on this too, huh?
Is that laughter? Hey, learning's not supposed to be fun!
We are having zero fun, I swear. Boscha's picking on us.
My apologies, sir. I was practicing my aim for Grudgeby.
Boscha, how could you throw things at them? When you could throw things at me! Am I over here, or am I over here? Anything for the cat.
So, yeah. As you can see here, Boscha pretty much gets a free ride, not unlike how some teachers would probably give a sports star a free ride to get away with almost anything. Again, she's this high school stereotype whose only life is really just being a jock. We see it outright here. She literally disrupts class. She may not even have good grades overall.
We beat them and proved our social dominance. All is right in a hierarchy. Hey! Good game, Willow! I had so much fun playing you guys.
Oh, really? Willow, you're really good. Would you want to be on our team? Thanks for the offer, but I think I'm done with Grudgeby for a while.
So you saw it right there. Basically, you saw Boscha and her team winning the game. She starts to gloat, but then you see her teammates and even Skara warm up to Willow, and saying how cool she is, saying how they want to get to know her, even offering her a place on the team. And of course, you saw the look on Boscha's face, all three eyes wide, all like she can't handle that. Because, like I said before, Grudgeby is literally her whole identity, and if you took that away, you saw how scared she was, and the very fact that half of which Willow was the one being offered this, Willow who she has bullied and tormented for probably years, that's gotta be the worst slap in the face ever. But sadly, that's kind of the extent of Boscha's bullying as far as season 1 goes. When we get to season 2, she kind of falls into the background, as in she's there, she interacts a little bit, but she's not a big threat like she was, which is understandable because there's a lot to cover. But the point I'm trying to make in this video is, if we had enough time, if the Owl House did get a full season 3, or if Boscha had like a little bit more screen time in season 2, if done right, could she have been redeemed? This is kind of more of a what-if scenario. So Basically, I'm going to come up with a scenario in one specific episode, and you guys tell me if it sounds a good or not. And the episode I am talking about is, of course, Labyrinth Runners. And yes, I know what everybody's thinking. This episode mainly focused on Gus and Hunter, and of course we got to see a little bit of Amity and Willow. But like I said, this is kind of more of a fan theory what-if scenario. We're basically gonna have a look at Boscha in this episode, aside from the 3 seconds of her we had where she didn't even say anything or interact with anybody. And we're gonna see if she can be redeemed. Some things in the episode I will change, some things will stay the same. Mainly the whole thing with Gus and Hunter, that was just fine the way it is. We will keep that the same. But anyway, we're gonna move right on to my theory idea right now. The episode then starts out the very same way it began. We have Amity, Willow, and Gus sitting at the lunch table talking about how Ida and Luz have gone missing, among other things. And then Boscha would probably walk by, make fun of Willow a little bit, but instead of Amity insulting Willow without meaning to, she stands up for her, and Willow just kind of lets it happen, letting Amity stand up for her. Then Boscha just gives a scoff and walks away. After that, the auditorium scene with the illusion coven plays out the same way, where Gus uses his illusion magic and everybody is stuck in his illusion memories. However, this time we would have Boscha, who's lost with Amity and Willow in Gus's illusion memories. And Boscha would start saying things like, ugh, oh great, I'm lost with half a witch Willow. And then we would probably have Amity trying to stand up for Willow, Willow getting a little angry about the whole thing, but at the same time not saying anything just yet. And then we would probably lead to the scene where they get ambushed by the illusion coven guard. Now we have Boscha stepping back, but then we have Willow using her plant magic to bring it down, surprising both Boscha and Amity about how strong Willow really is. And at this moment, Boscha would probably have a realization, oh my Titan, the girl I've been harassing and bullying probably her whole childhood life is actually really strong. How has she not done this to me by now? A little further down the road, we would probably have an interaction between Amity and Boscha. Boscha basically insulting Willow, Amity trying to stand up for Willow, but Willow says that she can stand up for herself. Then we have Boscha acting all frustrated at Willow, saying things like, things were better back when you were half a witch Willow. You stole my best friends from me. But Amity would shoot back a little bit too, saying things like, you were a horrible friend. That I never enjoyed myself being around you. You hurt my best friend, you tried to hurt my girlfriend. Why would I ever want to be around somebody so horrible like you? And it's also worth noting, this is actually pretty true, and it was even hinted at all the way back in Season 1. This was hinted in the episode Hootie's Moving Castle, where Boscha, Skara, and a few of their other clique friends were putting together a little party, a sleepover thing. I forget the exact name, but anyway, if you look here, you can see Amity all by herself away from the rest of the group, meaning that she really didn't enjoy being around everybody, or at the very least, she didn't enjoy being around Boscha, bad-mouthing and acting horrible everybody, while Skara and everybody else were basically forced to act like they were enjoying themselves, when they themselves probably really weren't. And then we would cut back to Amity and Boscha's interaction. Boscha not realizing it at first, but saying things like Willow stole Amity from me, she stole Skara from me, you took my best friends away from me. Why couldn't you just stay little half-a-witch Willow? And it's also worth noting that Willow would eventually shoot back, saying things like, I was never half a witch. I only acted that way because I had to deal with you, but I'm not afraid of you anymore. And it's also worth noting Willow would say something like, "I've grown and changed while you haven't." And this actually does catch Boscha off guard a little bit. Maybe she starts to wonder, hey, maybe I really am a pretty bad friend. Maybe I really did do these horrible things. Maybe Willow isn't so weak after all. Maybe Amity and Skara were right to abandon me like they did, because I was a pretty bad friend to them. She doesn't say this out loud, of course. It's more like an inner monologue conflict sort of thing. Anyway, and then we would cut back to the recovery room scene after they've saved Hunter and they're putting together a plan. Everybody is all for saving Gus. Willow is stepping forward, but instead of Amity praising Willow, we have Boscha praising Willow, saying something like, if anyone can get us past those guards, Willow sure can. And then the rest would play out relatively the same, except Boscha would be involved. Boscha would join in on the Hexside battle against the Coven, along with the rest of the students. She would probably do something like throw potions or flaming grudge balls or something. Basically, she would be playing a part instead of in the original where she didn't. And then the episode would basically end with Boscha apologizing to Willow, apologizing to Amity, maybe even having enough time to make things right with Skara. It doesn't have to be this big, tearful confession. It instead can be something more like, I was wrong, and I'm sorry. You know, something pretty short and sweet. But anyway, that's kind of my what if scenario. What if Boscha was redeemed? So, anyway, what do you all think? Do you think if the Owl House was given the freedom that it deserved, if we were given a full season 3, or heck, even if Boscha was given like a few extra seconds of screen time and dialogue, do you think that she could have been redeemed? If so, if not, be sure to tell me down below. This is Jeremy Senpai about to sign off. For more amazing content, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and take care. Have a good day, everybody.